Saint Lucy E. Zhenmei is a Chinese Roman Catholic saint from Yanyang in Sichuan, China. She was born on December 9, 1815, a virgin and martyr, who was condemned to beheading for her confession of the Catholic faith. Lucy was very dedicated to daily prayer, and when she was 12 she decided to consecrate herself to God. She was well-read and educated with a love for reading and studying. At the age of 20, during her college education, she fell deathly ill. After her recovery, Lucy took her spiritual life still more seriously. She knew she could not leave her family to become a nun because they needed her financial help. So she prayed daily and worked to support them. Her mother taught her how to spin, which also became part of her daily life. After her father died, she lived with her brother and mother, using part of her time to teach the faith to children nearby. The parish priest, who asked her to teach at the school in Yanyang, noticed her devotion and reliable knowledge of her faith. After 4 years, her brother went to Chongqing to practice medicine, and Lucy and her mother moved with him. In Chongqing, the priest also asked her to help teach the women in the parish. When she was offered money for her work, she refused to take it and offered her work to God. A few years later, her brother moved back to Guiyang, during which time her mother died. Full of enthusiasm for spreading the gospel, she went on doing missionary work. However, for her own safety, she decided to stay at the convent of lay virgins. Shortly after, her failing health forced her to move back home again. In 1861, Bishop who asked her to teach once more at the convent. In spite of opposition from relatives, she returned to work there. In 1862, she went with Father Wen Nair to open a mission in Jiashanlong, but just then the administrator of Guizhou province, Tian Xingshu, began to stir up hatred against Christians, which the local magistrate supported. As a result, Zhang Tianxian, Wu Shusheng, Chen Xianheng, and Father Wen were all imprisoned and sentenced to death without a formal trial. On February 18th, the day of their execution, they met Yi Zhenmei on the road. She was also jailed and put on trial that very day and sentenced to death because she refused to renounce her faith. The following day at noon, February 19th, 1862, she was beheaded. Brave believers took the bodies of all 5 martyrs to the Lekongwen Seminary grounds for burial.